from the LeBron-less Lakers. And life without the king started in Brooklyn last night. Didn't go so great. So Luka Doncic on the floor, LeBron in street clothes. Luka here with the drive, in traffic, and the finish. Lakers up 6 early. Few possessions later, Luka look ahead to Dalton Connect on the layup.
Dalton Connect looking just like LeBron, right?
Yeah, just like him.
A little bit.
You know what? There may be a highlight that Dalton Connect looks a little more like LeBron in a second. Here's Luka.
How do you do that?
I have no idea. Yeah. Good one with the 3 in the corner.
Magic.
And here's Dalton Connect looking like LeBron, but with the hammer.
By the way, Luka helped make that possible with a great touch pass, too.
Yeah.
Not to take away from the jam.
In the fourth quarter, though, Cam Johnson finds D'Angelo Russell. D'Lo's revenge.
Yeah, the Lakers have seen that before.
And then Cam Johnson with the pull-up.
Singling out Luka in the fourth.
Yep.
We're going to see a lot of that in the playoffs.
Although Luka and the Lakers weren't done, Austin Reeves from way downtown.
He called Bank.
Unfortunately, that was one of the only shots he hit.
Yeah.
Bank was open late. Luka from the logo. And this one's not over yet. 10 seconds to go. 2-point ball game. 3-point ball game here. Cam misses the free throw. Luka with the heave.
Hits the scoreboard.
Yeah, well short.
Did it really?
It hit the scoreboard.
I didn't know that.
Well short. All right, so 3-point win for Brooklyn. Here's JJ after the game.
I think it was just an overall mentality just to take shortcuts tonight. We just wanted to take shortcuts. Too many. Yeah, they scored 20 points on us gambling. They had 16 offensive rebounds. We ball watched all night. We said no dare shots. I'll go through it. They probably made 6, 7 uncontested threes. Just shortcuts. You want to be a good team, you want to win in the NBA, you got to do the hard stuff. We couldn't even pass to each other. We couldn't enter our offense. Running ball screens literally at half court. Yeah, that's going to end up in a turnover. I don't know what we're doing.
He didn't seem thrilled after that one. All right, the Lakers have a brutal stretch upcoming with 6 games in 8 nights, and their quality of opponent is backloaded. The Lakers' remaining strength of schedule is the 4th toughest down the stretch of the season. So, Brian, as good as the Lakers have looked here during the past 2 months, the injury to LeBron could derail things a little bit here. What's the most important thing here without LeBron on the floor?
Well, first off, they're about to play, as you mentioned, back-to-back-to-back, back-to-backs.
Say that again?
That's a mouthful.
Back-to-back, day off, back-to-back, day off, back-to-back, which is why this game they needed to win.
Yeah.
Which made this a bad loss. They had 3 starters out. Absolutely true.
Yep.
But if they were going to lose, you wanted to lose to the Nets playing brilliantly. They lost because they played sloppily. So they're going to take some losses here. Even if LeBron was healthy, he probably would have sat out some of these games, and they might have lost them. Maybe they'll win them. The 5 and 7 days are all at home next week. They're great at home. Maybe they will, get some games that maybe they won't. So as a result, the reason I think JJ is taking this note to call his team out, first off, before these last 2 games, they'd won 20 of 25. It's not an opportunity for the coach to really correct the players much. So I think part of that's the other thing is that JJ knows they need to be precise. They can't have much of a margin for error during this stretch.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I'm not going to panic so much that we're going to lose a bunch of these games. Yeah. If I'm the Lakers in the short term, what I'm doing here is a little bit of schedule watching, a little bit of standings watching here. What I want to do coming out of this, I don't want to be playing Golden State in the first round. I don't want to be in a position to play the Nuggets early. I'm looking at Memphis. I'm looking at Houston. Yep. If I can position myself where I have a first-round matchup against one of those teams, I'm going to feel like I can beat them, especially if I can buy some time for LeBron to come back healthy.
I would agree with you. Ramona, do you agree that it is matchup dependent in the Western Conference, particularly for the Lakers?
I mean, it shouldn't be. You have 2 of the best players in the world on your team, and they should be able to play through them and against anyone. But I think this is an opportunity right now for Luka to make it his team. I felt watching that game, Austin Reeves is kind of the guy who's been there, who should have been organizing everything. He had a horrible shooting night, in his own words. He said, I played pretty terribly. But this is a moment where Luka Doncic came from a situation where in a team that was built for him, around him, everything, he felt comfortable. And he hasn't looked as comfortable. I thought he was getting there, but in this game without LeBron, it made me realize, this isn't his team yet. He has not fit in where they wanted him.
Yeah, I think, look, it's a big deal, right? Like, he got moved. It certainly was something that caught him off guard. And I still think he's dealing with some of that perhaps, too, on top of the physical stuff.
Well, also,
and
he
chemistry
fit in
stuff.
because LeBron is so good at putting him in that spot.
Yeah.
But this is their first game without LeBron.
So he's got to fit out more.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. All right. Oh, Chuck's going to be mad. We talked about the Lakers and the Warriors in this show. Steph Curry came into last night 7 threes away from reaching 4,000 for his career. Let's see how close he got against the Blazers. Steph, again, 2 threes shy away. And he gets rolling quick.
Man, he had Kamara on him all night, and it still did this.
Another Curry.
Ooh.
Three-pointer. He was definitely going for it, David.
Oh, yeah, he was chucking them, especially towards the end of that game. He wanted to get that record out the way.
Here he goes one more time.
Always a good shot.
Just chill, nonchalant.
Yeah. 2 minutes later, Santos finds Curry. And the lead up to 11. Curry catches and shoots.
He looks like Ray Gun now.
Rattles another three. That's 39-98 now to the fourth quarter. Draymond finds GP.
Oh, got hung on the rim. No. There we go.
Get the rebound and the bucket.
Ruined the assist.
Career high for
did
GP
ruin the
also.
assist.
Here's the alley-oop.
Oh, that one counted.
We saw that earlier. GP with 25, a career high. And then Butler gets the layup there. Warriors win. Steph is 2 threes shy of creating the 4,000 club, and he's by far and away the leader all time. Our very own Om Youngmisuk will detail just how special this upcoming feat will be for Steph.
10 years, I want to be, known as a true professional, a guy that played the game the right way.
Ahead to Curry. Curry sets, fires, puts it up. Bang! Steph Curry from way downtown.
They've come in a variety of forms: off the dribble, pin downs, pump fakes, relocations, quick triggers, catch and shoot, step back, sidestep, logo shots, and of course, the signature no look.
Oh my goodness, Steph Curry, you are ridiculous.
15 years after his very first professional triple on October 30th, 2009, Curry will be the first to reach 4,000 three-pointers in NBA history. Not even Curry thought this milestone was realistic after passing Ray Allen in 2021.
Here's Curry for the record. It's good! Stephen Curry, the all-time three-point king of the NBA.
Curry has hit a staggering 105,000 feet worth of three-pointers. That is about the length of 12 Golden Gate Bridges. While many of us will always marvel at the Warriors point guard deftly dribbling through the teeth of the Clippers defense before stunning his own coach, Curry says the three-pointer that changed things for him wasn't a fancy or sexy shot. It came off a broken play early in the 2015-16 season at New Orleans, where Curry opted to launch a 31-footer over Anthony Davis. And speaking of New Orleans, that's where his toughest triple came while being tackled at the end of regulation in Game 3 of the first round in 2015. How about at the buzzer?
No call that way. Curry flings it the other way, and he got it!
Steph's most memorable clutch three, none other than the game-winning 37-foot pull-up in OKC. That was so audacious, it earned a double bang.
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
And his favorite three? That came on the hallowed Boston parquet, where he delivered the final dagger of a 43-point performance in Game 4 of the 2022 Finals that would help him win his 4th championship and first Finals MVP.
What are they going to say now?
On Golden State's recent East Coast trip, the Warriors star dazzled with a magical 56-footer in Orlando, 3-point lasers that left the Garden and Spike buzzing, and then topping that 2 nights later with a ridiculous turnaround three from the Brooklyn logo that surprised his teammates and even himself. The Curry 3-point dance continues at 4,000 and counting. He's about to turn 37 and says it's 50-50 that his knees will hold up to make it to 5,000. Either way, it might just be night-night for anyone hoping to catch the greatest shooter of all time.
The journey to 4K for Steph has been an odyssey when you look at how long it took him to get to each checkpoint. you can see that his run between each milestone was directly tied to his health.
Yep.
As his volume increased, as his career has gone on. So, David, all right, too shy away from 4K. You heard him mention 5K. He says he's 50-50 that he could potentially do it. Do you think he can get to 5K?
First of all, I just want to say how crazy it is that, like, as somebody who watched him make threes against Wofford in like small gyms at Davidson, that we're talking about him possibly getting 5,000 threes in the NBA. Because by the time I graduated, we didn't know if he was going to even be in the league or what kind of league player he was going to be. So this is a wild thing to think about. But as I did mention, I did go to Davidson, graduate from there. The guy can get 5,000.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah. He can get 5,000. If he wants 6,000, he's going to get 6,000. Whatever.
All right, slow down.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. I'm calm down. But whatever he says he get, I am well past the point in my life where I am betting against Stephen Curry to do anything.
I mean, look, I go to Warriors games, and we all get to games early, and we listen to the coaches talk pregame. I don't go to the locker room when I go to Warriors games because I go to watch him warm up.
Yeah.
Every single game he puts on a show and he's having fun. And when you say, can he get to 5,000? Yeah, because he's still having fun. Like, you watch that man before every single game. He's doing trick shots. He's playing soccer. He does a volleyball thing now. He catches it from the security guard up in the stands and makes the tunnel shot. I mean, when you're still having fun at this level, at his age, with as much as he's played, he can keep going.
I'm glad you said that because I watched him at the Garden last week. You know, the reason I watched it was because I wanted to see how his ankle was doing. He was questionable. He may not say he's at the top of his game because he may have felt physically better, but you watch him warm up. I defy you to tell me he's not still at the top of his game, especially when you look at how light he is on his feet and his conditioning. His conditioning has never been better.
Yeah.
And so if you're talking about getting to 5,000, his conditioning will allow him to do it.
And here's what I would say, Brian. His conditioning was ramped up this year because it was so hard for him to get a shot off before Jimmy Butler arrived. So now he's fleet of foot.
And he's coming off an Olympics.
Yeah, for sure. Let me ask you this, David. What does the evolution of 5,000 look like as he gets older?
Well, it looks, the way he's playing right now, it looks pretty much the same.
Okay.
Like, the guy is able to move around as he always did, and he's actually a little bit better able to get whatever shot he wants on the court. He just has a mastery where it's as much about thinking and about neurosis and about all that being smart on the court as much as it is the athleticism, but the guy can still get a wide open shot. And as we saw against the Blazers team, he is still as perplexing to defenses as he was when he was winning MVP.
As long as the players around him provide him that opportunity, that space, he could go.
He had 2 more years. He added another year to his contract. So let's just do the math. That's 3 years, basically, averaging 300-something threes a year. He can do that. When he went from 1,000 to 2,000, he did that in 2 years. So if he performs at his historic level, he can get there. But that's a tough ask to make when you're in your late 30s.
I'm going to have fun watching him try.
Yeah, I'm with you wholeheartedly. Yeah.